Tell me something good. Everything pointed to momentum switching yesterday right in front of our
Yep.
thoughts. And I wanted to see if you
Yep.
could confirm it. Yeah, so we had the UVXY. You just suddenly talked about it, and next thing you know, that sprung to life. And then you had a confirmation of weakness. You had a gapped up stock that everybody knows and loves that reported good earnings, and that faded, and it took the whole market down with it. So you had the trifecta of awfulness. Garrett, momentum must have had a switch yesterday, right?
Not yet, but we're very, very close, and I would not be shocked if it happens right when the market opens. But Kenny, here's what. Let me show you one thing, and this is really important. You want to really understand why this market is turning over? You did not see the reversion that we have been talking about. You did not see it yesterday on the SPY in any way. And again, this is 1 minute VWAP. Let's go back to yesterday. Let's look at the 5-day. See that? See that just burn straight down? That's institutional selling. That's a bunch of people in funds taking profits and not trying to rock the boat and not trying to trigger any algos into trying to buy the dip. This has happened every single time. And I've gone back and I asked the question, we'll talk about this momentarily. Why did this all happen? Because we topped out last week. I'm going to talk about that momentarily, but I want to talk to you about Carvana. Because Carvana, I think, if today goes the way that I expect it to go, or Monday is the day, Carvana could fall 50% in a day. Because you've had this run up over the last month, and you've had all this YOLO trading, people pushing this up to 19. The funds, the traders, everybody who has been in this, you saw a slow burn sell off yesterday that was pretty pronounced. Now the question is, when does the Reddit crowd throw in the towel and just capitulate? And this thing goes to $5 in 3 to 4 days.
Yeah, I'm actually using Carvana as my new UVXY, and it really was a combination of that Disney UVXY and the market just rolling over, and obviously VWAP. But yesterday was a dramatic shift. Yesterday was actually the most bearish day of the year, guys. We ran out of steam last week, like Garrett said, and yesterday was the sellers finally overwhelmed all the new buyers. And today, again, I was hoping to see the market gap up today, try to sucker us in, and then roll over. But because it started down, we've seen some buyers. I'm going to remain, again, at my mildly bullish, now mildly bearish again. As you all right out there? So, so I'm staying focused. I'm staying focused to the your PayPal and Lyft today, and obviously Carvana. But momentum definitely did switch yesterday, and we'll see. Yeah. Usually bad Thursday, bad Friday, Monday might be that day. But going back to the Carvana, if that stock stays strong, actually gives us an indicator that the market is still not ready to puke up the rest of what it wants to give back. And the Q so far, we came in looking for a gap up, hopefully, and it. Again, if you're up at 4:00 in the morning, here's the trade that I was anticipating, a nice rollover back to where the support is, and you held. Right now, the support held, and now we're trying to rally. Now we're consolidating above VWAP. I'm just as curious to see how this day pans out as well. But, again, stay focused on the names, PayPal, Lyft, and the Qs, UVXY, and Carvana. I think we're going to be fine today.
SPY, the S&P 500 fell under critical support of 4080. That could take us down to 3950 pretty quick. The IWM broke down through 189. That could take us down to 179 pretty quick. Now, the thing about this is that in the process of this happening, and this is where Kenny really kind of shines, you're going to have these days where all of a sudden some of the stuff that was rallying over the last month. Look at everything that was up 100%. Look at Space. Look at Virgin Galactic. This stuff will likely start to crater. But along the way, 1 or 2 days next week, maybe Wednesday when the CPI number comes out, there will be a short squeeze on some of this stuff. It always happens. This stuff gets oversold really quickly. People dump. The algos step in, squeeze some of this stuff higher, and then other shorts get out. And then these things really dump. So look for that pattern into next week. It has happened. Every momentum switch we have had going back to January of last year. It's important to be able to trade the VWAP and to be able to trade momentum at the same time, because this next 3 to 4 days can be very, very lucrative on both sides of volume weighted average price.
I agree. Yeah, listen. If the market fights back today, we got to start putting the mildly bullish hat on. Today's a big day. Again,
Yeah.
yesterday was a dramatic day, and hopefully you guys profited yesterday when that Disney rolled over. Hopefully you got short again. And I explain every day what you do between 9:30 and 10, completely different from what you're doing at 10 and 10:30, and then sometimes even different at 11 o'clock. So, man, when that Disney rolled over, you saw it just sucked the life out of the market. That was everybody's shining beacon of hope, and that hope was dashed. And next thing you know, we rolled over and took the whole market with it. And all that was really just the UVXY started getting strong. And that's where we're going to do. That's what we're going to do today. So, the gap down stocks, we're looking to buy them, and the gap up ones, we're looking to sell them. But this market, the QQQ, and this is, if you're looking at my chart, this is one of the option trades from yesterday. These were 25-cent, 30-cent options. They went to $2. Mm-hmm. These trades are all over the place. QQQ is a godsend with these weekly options. And of course, today, everything has options expiration. So we're looking at the list. Obviously, I got some sleeper picks for the Warlock fans. And I actually have another long-term play. I can't believe I'm even saying this. Should we be nice? Should we give it to the big room? I don't know. I'll do it because it is very interesting. It could be our next round. Look at this CRDO. This is an IPO in a semiconductor stock that's hitting all-time highs. You're just not seeing charts like this. And the stock hit an all-time high yesterday. This is kind of like Rambus, the same kind of sector. You're in the semis, but I have never seen a stock that has come back from an IPO low to then consolidate. This is it's about a year and a half long chart. You just consolidated for basically a year and a half and broke all-time highs and the high from the IPO price. I got to say this thing's going into the 20s, so I'm going to talk about some call spreads. I know, the dreaded call spread. But when I want to own something, I just go out as far as I can. I put a call spread on, and that's how I sit in the position. So far, so good with the ones we've got on. The Rambus worked out, and obviously AI worked out. So this is another sleeper